Hey, you folks. I'm Alan. Today, if you know me, welcome back. If you don't, settle in. Today is Thursday, August 27, 2026, 11:58 in the AM, Davao, Philippines. Is this thing even recording? Oh, it sure is. There's a Gen X moment. Anywho, uh, how y'all doing today? It's been It's been kind of a nutty and sort of sad couple of days, I suppose. Especially for those of us, well, I guess UK and US. We had Dolly Parton just die and Tim Curry. And man, that's crazy. I grew up with those folks. And also, not even what I wanted to talk about today. Just kind of reminiscing and it just kind of caught me, I guess. Anyway, food and stuff, food and flavors. Because brothers, sisters, and NBs, you come out here to the Philippines, you are going to smell and taste some interesting things. And I feel like some of these get blown up a little too much, and some of them get glossed over. And I wanted to dive into that a little bit, and then just throw out some anecdotal experiences. Anywho, so I feel like everybody has heard about balut. It's definitely a thing that you can get here, and it's not that expensive. Obviously, you get what you pay for. Um, Depending on how adventurous your palate is, you can choose to go for either 14-day, 16-day, or 18-day eggs. Uh, Less is more. Like the more those, the bigger the day count, the more fully formed that bird is in the egg for the balut. So, for example, my wife will get, she'll always ask for like 16-day balut, but sometimes you can find 14-day, in which case it's not very formed. Like it's a lot harder to make out the shape of the animal in the egg. At 18 days, you might be tasting some feathers when you eat that animal. Anything over 18 days, and it's walking around, you got to chase it. For those of you who haven't figured it out or who don't know, balut is basically a bird egg, usually duck, although you can find it with other fowl. I've even heard of people doing balut with like an ostrich egg, but that's pretty unusual. And essentially, you've got this fertilized egg, and you wait, 14, 16, 18 days, and you cook it up, and then you serve it. And I mean, people make a big deal out of this, and I suppose they're just the folks who struggle with balut the most are probably the ones who are uh, really sensitive to like visuals and texture. Like I really enjoy good texture, good mouth food, good mouth feel when I'm eating, but balut doesn't bother me. And the flavor, I mean, it just tastes like bird. If it's a duck egg, it tastes like duck. If it's a chicken egg, it tastes like chicken. So that's never really bothered me. And the shape of things doesn't bother me. So I really thought the texture would get me, and it doesn't. But that's not the case for everybody. So I understand why people make a big deal out of balut, but honestly, if you're someone for whom the visuals and the texture aren't as big a deal and you're interested in the flavor, like give it a shot. Like it's not bad. Like it's tasty. Now, bear in mind, I say that, but I have an adventurous palate. I have also been responsible for at least 90% of the food poisoning that I've ever experienced. And it occurs to me that those two things are not mutually exclusive. Anywho, moving on down the list. So, sisig. You will probably hear a bit about sisig. It's basically pork. It's the side of the pork that Americans are probably going to have the biggest trouble with because it's the face bits. Okay, so like the ears and the jowls and the face bits. And then they grind it all up, kind of like we do sausage, and they cook it, and that's sisig. So I just beat the hell out of my laptop there. Anyways, so it's a little chewier than what you're probably used to with pork. But beyond that, I mean, it tastes like pork. It's not that scary. And don't worry, it's all ground up when you get it, so you're not seeing the face. I know some folks get really wrapped around the axle because they can see the animal's face. Sinigang. Sinigang is a pork soup. Is probably the best way to put that. And it's just flavored with the local vegetables. Like, of the things you could eat here, sinigang is probably the mildest. Um, it's least likely to cause you some consternation. Now, that being said, you need to be careful because they will put some peppers in there that will, boy, they'll make you cry. All right, like they'll, I made that terrible. I didn't realize those peppers were just there for like ornamentation and flavor. You're not supposed to eat them directly. And they're big. And I'm pretty decent about spice, man. But my wife warned me a little too late. I was just eating. And anybody who's seen me eat knows I'm like a hungry dog at a food bowl, man. I will just devour whatever's in front of me. And so I'm slurping up this pepper, and Andy catches me too late, and she's like, "Oh," like she has this look on her face, like, "Oh no." I'm like, "How bad is this about to?" Oh, and like I legit had a tear just came right down my eye. I'm like, "Okay, all right, that's hot." So if you're eating sinigang, just watch out for the peppers because if you're braced for it and you're decent with spice, you'll do okay. But if you aren't ready for it, whew, boy, that will light up your evening. Moving on down the list here, kinilaw. So kinilaw is definitely for the more adventurous folks. This is it means raw or raw food, and it's usually fish. So what they do is they denature it. They're basically cooking it using vinegar or some kind of acidic juice from the local fruits in the areas, and they also use like ginger and onions and so on. Now, normally I am not a fan of ginger for other reasons. I get ginger in my mouth and it tastes like metal. Like I have not had many good experiences with ginger. Um, like I like wasabi, but like American wasabi that's like ginger based, I don't like it, man. I get that ginger and it turns into metal shavings in my mouth. So I was really surprised to learn that I enjoy kinilaw. Now, make sure you trust whoever's cooking it because this is raw food. It's raw fish. Um, So if you're getting it from some dodgy looking food booth, your mileage is gonna vary, my friend. And all of that brings me to you're gonna get some strange smells while you're here, like for sure. I think the one most folks complain about is the dried fish. I guess I got a bit lucky. Like I've got a pretty keen sense of smell, but the dried fish doesn't really get me. Uh, that being said, they have some vinegars and something they call like shrimp paste and like a fish paste, and that's challenging for me. That is a very pungent smell, and I mean Andy loves them. So whenever she cooks with it, I just open up some doors and turn on a fan, and I'm okay. But it will if you're not prepared for it, like it can really punch you in the face. And these things are common here. Like the locals, like this is some of their favorite foods, right? The other thing that'll catch you, and this is more of a flavor than it is a smell, is sauces here tend to be banana based instead of tomato based, like they are in the U.S. So, ketchup, for example, is a banana based ketchup. I shit you not. Other sauces, like you'll run into this with like pizzas too, or places where you would normally use a tomato sauce, they'll use a banana-based sauce, and consequently, it winds up being sweet in a really fruity way. And if you aren't ready for it, like it can really ruin your expectations. So just make sure to ask questions and adjust your expectations, because if you're like shooting for a big slice of pizza, this happened to me, or you're taking like a big scoopful for a fry for some ketchup, and that gets in your mouth, and you're like, that tastes bad. It's not bad. It's banana based, and your taste buds were expecting something entirely different. Now, conversely, I've found that there's a couple things that, for example, my wife, she does not like, and like I grew up with them, like dill pickles. I have a really hard time finding dill pickles here, but they do sweet pickles, and I do not like sweet pickles. So we went down to the S&R store, which is like Philippines Costco, basically. Um, and I found like, what is it? Those classic kosher dill pickles. And I got super excited, man. They weren't that expensive. I'm like, little taste of home, right? Uh, and Andy was super excited for me, and she was curious. She really wanted to try it. Not after the first bite, she didn't. Man, she got a nibble of that, and she wanted nothing. Like she won't even make eye contact with that pickle jar, which is great, more for me, right? But like she'll watch me. I'll just eat pickles. She'll watch me chewing on them, and she'll make this face like this haunted horror, right? She doesn't understand how I'm eating it, and to me that's funny because these are pickled cucumbers, right? Like there's a bunch of vinegar involved here. I would think that in a culture where they use vinegar for like very liberally for the seasoning, that she would like dill pickles, but no, I was wrong. And the other thing came up just yesterday was pesto. I love pesto. I used to make a little dish at home with like some chicken and garlic and pepper and pesto with some rice, some steamed rice, and it's one of my more favorite meals. I love pesto, especially on like pizza, but just in general, it's a great flavor for me. Ah, boy, not Andy, man. Like she really, to her, it smells like some kind of herbal medicine, some kind of herbal remedy. Mostly, she just says it smells like grass, and it really turns her stomach. So, I mean, she had a cousin who lives in Germany, who's visiting over here, and her cousin dropped off some pasta and some pesto for me. And I got super excited, and Andy had never smelled it before. So she was real curious to see what it was like. She cooked it up, and she started gagging, and I'm like, "What's going on?" And the smell was just getting her. So I took over, and I took care of it. But like, it really shocked me how this smell that I'm so familiar with, and that I actually enjoy. Like, she had such a revulsion to, such a very present reaction to this. And so, I mean, we did what we do with pretty much everything. More for me is usually what we say to one another when one of us likes something, the other one doesn't. And also, like, it really helped contextually because I told her, yeah, the way you're reacting to this pesto flavor, this pesto smell, I have the same reaction with like the shrimp paste and the fish paste. It's why I will do the dishes right away after she gets done making it, just to help clear the smell out of the kitchen. And she hadn't even really like realized like it that is what helped it strike home for her is me comparing those her reaction to pesto to my reaction to the fish and shrimp paste. And it was just a cool moment, man. We just laughed about it. And there will be a lot of that for you folks who choose to come over here. Is there'll be things that look like it's food from your home, and then you'll eat it, and the flavor is just not the same. And sometimes it's in real subtle ways, and sometimes it's in really stark ways. And to me, that's part of the adventure, really. Just have to learn to adjust your expectations. Anywho, that's about it for me. Like I would love to hear from folks about what your food experiences are here in the Philippines. You know, what surprised you and what didn't. What flavors really like were appealing to you, and which ones you're just like you tasted it once and you're like never again. That's all from me. I just got off work, so I'm gonna get a snack and maybe grab a nap because I'm old. Uh, as always, folks, take care, be good to yourselves, and stay safe out there. It is a crazy goddamn world. Till next time.